Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. So I had a look around our new ship and things are pretty much the same as on our old ship, except for this. We have a ship upgrades menu now, we can improve our basic facilities, we can get things like more room to store our mechs, more medical points generated, recreation stuff that will improve crew morale. But this is a place where we're going to be able to sink an awful lot of money. And while we do have what feels like an awful lot of money, we do still have to be a little bit careful. Now keep in mind, the outlay cost here is showing... The reason it's so high is because we went really hard on supplies last month to improve morale. We probably will not continue to do that, so we're not actually going to be losing this much money every month. So I think we can afford to spend a little bit, is where this is coming down to. So I'd really like to get another mech bay. We already have too many mechs for one bay. I'd like to have everything available. So, in order to run these extra mech cubicles, we need to repair the power conduits on the ship, which is going to cost us... Oh, that's like cheap as free. We could do that.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Oh, hold up, though. I don't think I put our mechs in for repairs. Is that stuff... That stuff's taking up tech time, right? Repairing the conduits? Yeah, okay. So we gotta do mech repairs. We'll reset the timeline here after we fix this up. So, let's get our ship back together. Our ship? No, our mechs. Let's get our mechs back together. So, we're gonna have to do that at the very least. These components are busted. That's a shame. So we don't have a ton of extra lasers, I think. We do have an extra PPC. Let's see. So I have a laser, I have an AC5, I have an AC2. So we could refit a medium laser. We could fit it with the new AC2 on the arm for the increased accuracy. And then we have 1 ton remaining. We still have our ammo box, so... With no... Oh no, we do have another medium laser. Okay, we can just fix this this mech. I was gonna say ship again. We can fix this mech up. Right, these are just dead. We can fix this mech up exactly as it was before. The question is, do we want to? Or is there something I would rather do? Let's see, we have support weapon hard points. We could trade out some of the medium lasers for a large laser. It takes... a large laser is as much tonnage as 5 mediums. You know what, honestly, I was pretty happy with this thing in the role that it was in. I think we can probably just put it right back there. I guess, you know, we're running this up on people more often. Now that we've sort of outfitted the other mech as our long-range mech, maybe we should cut the AC2 for, like, a closer range autocannon. What's the tonnage on an AC2? 6. So... we could even try to go up to an AC10. No, an AC10 is 12. But, like, an AC5 is more damage. It's 45 to the AC2's 25. I'd have to cut... Oh, I'd have to make room for AC5 ammo as well. If we're going to run an AC2 and an AC5, we need 2 ammo bins. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave it as it is. I think this is a good loadout. It's versatile. Specialization is seeming... I said some things earlier, I think, about how I don't want to over-specialize the mechs. But the more I play this, the more I think, specialization just seems pretty alright. Yeah, alright. It's expensive in terms of time more than money, really.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, what do we have to do to you? The Shadowhawk's really important. This is probably going to be moved to the top of the queue. Now the Shadowhawk... Shadowhawk's a little bit of a strange build right now with the LRMs and everything. I wonder if I should cut these LRMs. So we want to mount the AC-5 in the arm. No, I cannot do that. The ballistic hardpoint is in the torso. Never mind. Put the ammo bin, I don't know, in the torso with it, I guess. It's probably fine. So now the question is, do we want to pull the LRMs? It is a shame when you have a turn where you just don't get to do anything because you're out of position. The LRM at least allows us to participate a little bit, but honestly, at 4 times 5, like, that's an amount of damage that is completely trivial. Maybe we should cut these. So, like, if I was going to pull the LRMs and the LRM ammo, that gives me 3 tons to mount something new. There are no hardpoints in the left arm, which is strange. Why are there... Why isn't this thing symmetrical? We could just mount more SRMs, right? Yeah, the 6s are 3 tons. Right? We could just... Oh no, there's only 1 slot. There's enough hard points, but not enough slots. So if we want to mount an SRM-6, it has to go in the right torso. That makes this thing much more dangerous at close range. It means we have functionally no options at long range. This thing, I guess the AC-5 works out to 540. But the SRM-6 doing up to 48 damage is a heck of a lot better than those LRMs. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this. We're going to change things up a little bit.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
We really need more tech points. Oh man, yeah, the Locust took a beating. This is low priority, because we have another light mech coming in, right? I might have to fiddle with what's stored in the bays. But like, let's say we just fix this thing up. Let's say we put machine guns. Do I have enough? Yeah. Put machine guns back on it. Make it just as it was. Yeah, I don't want to make any other changes to this. Confirm. Yeah, honestly, between the 3 of them, all the repairs, it's like a trivial amount of money. So the Shadowhawk is the most important fix, I think. We have our Jenner as a light, fast-moving support mech, and I think the Jenner, as we faced it in that last battle, showed me the importance of intelligent jump jet use and stuff. I like having a fast mech. I think it's important to have one. So we could go out right now. We have 3 functional mechs. We're going to need to take easy missions, though, for the next 20 days or so. So yeah, we're going to put the Shadowhawk up front. Is this... Hold on. So I can't move this around. Is that not... Okay, no. It's not using the same resources. The Shadowhawk will be done in 20 days. And it's a 20-day repair, so we're not waiting until after the Argo upgrade to start in on that. Oh, that's right. This is probably Farah doing this, right? While Yang is doing the mech work. Yeah, that would make sense, because our mech tech points haven't improved by enough to account for an extra person working. So, yeah, the Locust is lowest priority. And in the bay, how many people do we actually have who are functional right now? 3. We have 3 working pilots right now. So yeah, we could take an easy mission where we only need to drop 3 mechs. Or we could do something where we have to travel. We'll just buy some time. Okay, so let's go back to engineering. I want to look at the ship upgrades a little bit more. So all we need is the repaired power conduits for this. There's another level where we improve the power conduits, which is required for some of the some of the other fancy stuff, like... Oh no, I guess these extra mech bay points also don't... What are the improved conduits even used for? Because they don't do anything by themselves. They're just a prereq for other stuff. Structural repair and structural reinforcement also don't do anything. They're just prereqs for other stuff, I'm assuming. Yeah, see, like, you have to fix up the ship before we can expand the barracks to put more mech warriors in. Lounge and the... Yeah, I don't see anything that actually requires the improved conduits, just the repaired ones. Maybe there are upgrades that are not visible to me yet because we haven't gotten enough stuff fixed. Yeah, that seems possible. So I also want this pretty badly, to the point that I think maybe we should hold off on the power conduits. We don't need the power conduits for the first level of this. I'm just thinking like tech points are our bottleneck for the moment. Okay, well I can't cancel it, but I could probably put this in the queue as well. No, I cannot. Okay, well we're getting our power conduits fixed whether I like it or not. Let's go have a look at the contracts and see what is available. So, One Man's Art. A local government philanthropist is a patron of the arts here in Lyerton. A favored painter has been accused of heresy by the system's religious police. These zealots are propped up by foreign Capellan agents. He'll be extradited to face trial and likely execution. Jeez. That seems a little strong. So this would be a 19-day travel. By the time it was done, we would almost have our Shadowhawk online, and several of our pilots would be back in action. Or, there's some interesting stuff right here, but we can't... I don't know that I can do a mission that has a 2-skull difficulty with the squad that we have right now. These are bad contracts. Darius, I need you to find me better stuff. Find a pirate lance and destroy it to demonstrate we are not without military resources. I mean, a show of force is maybe something we're not really outfitted for at the moment. I'm assuming that you can't take mechs that are being repaired out of the bays without stopping the repairs, right? What's in storage right now? The Vindicator. Ugh, man. We are in some kind of shape, huh? Yeah, we just need to buy time. Hold on. Let's have a look at this Jaeger mech. So AC2s and AC5s. Medium lasers. This thing's pretty good, actually. I like a pair of AC5s and a pair of medium lasers. So this thing would be pretty effective at pretty close range, and then it has a couple of AC2s to back up at longer range. I say I'm not in love with the AC2s. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe with a Jenner and a Jaeger mech and the Centurion being sort of our... It's not really set up to be a frontliner. We kind of outfitted it with all long-range weaponry. But I don't know, maybe we get away with it. Guess the Jaeger mech is our close-up mech there. Yeah, pair of AC5s, pair of medium lasers. Maybe we could take this on. And part of the problem is that the contract that's far away is much more difficult and actually pays very poorly. One and a half. The mission we just did was 1.5 though, right? I don't think I can handle that mission with only 3 mechs. Might be something of a special circumstance due to the fact that it's a story mission, but we need time. We need time, and you know what? We need to travel so that we can find better contracts. What if I just had us go somewhere else? Instead of pursuing a contract in a distant area, what if I just went to a distant area? So let's say... I guess factional space doesn't really matter. I don't think that anybody particularly dislikes or likes us. We certainly should be cautious about these red systems. But, like, let's just go somewhere. Let's go to, let's see, Federated Suns are pretty far away. But we should try to make some friends, right? Directorate space is maybe a bad idea. We can come up here. Capellan's... I'm restricted. I'm not allowed to go to those areas. Well, let's just float around out here. So we want to go somewhere that's like 20-ish days away. I don't want to spend a lot of time traveling after the mechs are finished, but I just want to find some jobs. Yeah, I mean, this seems okay. A sought-after vacation and recreational world. Challenge, 2 skulls. Medium gravity. It has a black market. Ooh, I do like rare and illicit battle mechs. Yeah. Let's head out. Let's see if we can find a new place for Darius to dig up some new and better contracts. Not that I don't want to work for Lady Arano, but the jobs out here are garbage.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Okay, let's put her to work on this stuff then. Okay, yeah. This upgrade was not visible to us until we got the power system online, and yeah, so okay, more upgrades will continue to reveal themselves as we fix stuff. Alright, but this is what I want right now. This is a little bit more expensive.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get the crew
But
moving.
I think is going to be massively helpful. Okay, so that's another 10 days. Yeah, okay, I think we're in a good spot here. Well, we're headed toward a good spot anyway. Hopefully we can find a good job out there, because we are certainly spending some resources to get there. So now that we understand how that other morale ability works, now that I understand that it doesn't take your attack action up for the turn, I think that's something we should probably use more often. I'm starting to get a better handle on exactly how valuable morale is.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
Yeah, okay. We spent, but I'm gonna go back to normal spending. I think it's gonna pull our morale down to 24, I'm assuming. But we still have kind of a lot of money. I think 25 will work. Oh no, okay. The increase is not temporary. It was a permanent increase of morale. So actually, we could have just gone back to normal expenditures. All right, good to know for the future.
We've just completed those upgrades.
Man, Pharaoh works very quickly. Yang should be embarrassed. All right, so what else do we want then? I want this extra bay. 900,000. And this does provide tech points as well. Brings more of the mech bay's automated systems online, making Yang's job easier. Okay, yeah.
All right,
This is
I'll
the
get
thing
this
we
sorted
want.
right away.
We're back down to 1.5 million. We better find some actual contracts out here.
We've entered orbit, Commander.
All right.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
So does Darius need time or nope? He works quickly. Okay, I'm seeing some good stuff here. This is a tricky one relative to the stuff we've seen so far, but we could try it, and the pay is nice. The pay on these is a little better, but also they're a little harder, and I'm not feeling that confident yet. Commander, we're trying to safely transport injured personnel to one of our facilities on Herotitus. Unfortunately, satellite surveillance has shown Canopian units operating in the region we're expecting to move our medical convoy through. We need a mercenary lance to sweep the area and eliminate Canopian units. Please think of this contract as a mission of mercy. I will think of this contract as a mission, where I do the thing you ask and then I get paid. I don't need to be any deeper involved in it than that. Is the Shadowhawk actually cleared for duty here? Yeah, okay. So we have a lance here. We have 4 functional mechs. We have enough pilots. Bell's the only person who's still out of action. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Now, I think I'm comfortable doing this again. We don't really need salvage right now. We need money to get me back to the point where I feel comfortable. But I definitely want to be able to make at least one pick in case something really cool is available. Or, you know, just to take chunks of mechs out of there. I guess we're not really that low on money, are we? Because we do have things we could sell. You know what? Maybe... Alright, let's do this. I should have checked the store first. Let's do this. We'll get money, we'll get our salvage, we'll get out, and then we'll hit the black market up and see what we can find. Okay, so we're going to run Medusa in the Jenner and Panama in the Jaegermech. Is that right? Yeah, we definitely want Glitch in the Centurion. Oh, I didn't... We probably have XP to spend. Well, we'll do it after the mission. Yeah, I don't think I want to bring Decker in. Don't think I want to bring Reaper in. We'll start using Bell when he's available. Yeah, okay. Our total tonnage is up considerably, which I think is a pretty good thing. I have been advised both by people in the comments and by people in the game that, in general, bigger is better when it comes to giant fighting robots. I gotta say, over the, my assumption coming in here was that we were going to want to be using laser weapons a lot because of ammo and stuff, but over time here, what I have learned is that I really like physical weapons. I like missiles, I like autocannons. The lasers are fine, but heat is way more of a problem than I was ready for it to be, and also they don't have the same punch, although... I guess when I say energy weapons here, I'm talking specifically about lasers because that particle cannon is awesome. We need to refit something to carry a particle cannon now that the Vindicator is out of service. Although I guess in a couple of days we're going to have that mech bay available and the Vindicator will be back in service. Darius says, by the way, that he does not believe that Mission of Mercy line for a second, but also, who cares? I'm a little nervous. I'm pretty sure that last story mission was 1.5, which makes this, in the game's estimation, the most difficult thing we've ever done. That said, it at least sounds like basically a milk run. I don't know. We'll find out on the ground, I suppose. Move forward and make contact, clear them out. Thanks, Darius. I'm so glad you're here. So it is worth noting this is a desert. It's going to be hot. Yeah, we're not sinking full normal heat. Where is my Jenner? All medium lasers. You know, I like it. It punches harder than the Locust. The Locust seems like the kind of thing you just grow out of, you know? I don't want to do that. I don't want to run too far ahead. We're scouting, but I also don't want combat to start with him way out away from everybody else.
Heading out.
Glitch, you can afford to be a little further back. Alright, so we will probably start to get sensor readings fairly soon.
Got it.
By the way, the text in the upper right corner of the screen has reminded me, just in case it becomes relevant, we can bail on missions, and it's probably way better to bail on missions than to risk the loss of a pilot or a mech. So let's be thinking about that, in case this does turn out to be really difficult. Alright, as we're getting closer to potentially making contact, I'm going to have the Behemoth lead a little bit here.
Confirmed.
The Behemoth, sorry. Her name, her call sign is Behemoth. That mech is not the Behemoth. Alright, we got something. And we almost got vision of it. So you want to get pretty close.
I'm going.
You probably want to... yeah, just get up high.
Got it.
How tall are these rocks? These rocks are pretty tall. Alright.
Confirmed.
Got better readings, and we now know that that thing is a mech. We've also got something else over here. I'm gonna guess a mech. Probably a mech.
Yep.
So you've got 5 evasive charges and not enough intel. Still nothing on that. We at least know this is a mech. I think what I'm going to do with you is pass. I'm a little worried about this thing running forward and getting vision and attacking, but I should be immune to direct fire from the valley due to the rock formation, and I have 5 evasive charges. I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna reserve. I would really like to have these things take their actions before we take ours. What is that? LRMs, I guess. 3 damage each.
Showing minor damage.
Yeah. I sort of felt that, at least.
What's up, boss?
Alright, well, I mean, you know what to do. You know what your job is. Get down here and get in the way. I don't know where else stuff might come from, but I'm gonna do facing like this, because I think this tower will protect us from getting hit in the side over here.
Roger.
If there is something over here, it's going to have to make a shot that clears the tower first. Alright. So let's have a look at this guy. LRMs. Yeah, that's an LRM 5 on the shoulder, I guess. Lasers, lasers, lasers. So it was not a particle cannon, it was just a large laser. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Let's not spend morale. Want to keep inspiration up. Yeah, just let him have it. He's got 3 evasive charges, which is a little bit of a bummer, but we have a lot of weapons here. Yeah, pretty good hits. Looks like mostly armor damage. Ooh, that's a Shadowhawk up on the ridge with our Jenner.
I've been sensor locked.
I'm a little worried about that, I suppose. It's a shame there doesn't seem to be any way to move units. It would be kind of cool if you could use a forceful weapon or a melee attack to, like, knock someone down a hill.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, the Centurion just needs to get direct vision of something. Alright, what do we want? The Shadowhawk is going to be a pretty tough kill. SRM-2, AC-5, LRM-5. Honestly, not that dangerous. I suppose that's also true of this guy, but at least this guy's injured. Also, we did some reasonable damage to his right arm, where about half of his weapons are. I almost wonder if it's worth going for the called shot to the right arm. It's pretty messed up. I think I want to maintain inspired. Yeah, we'll just have at him. It's a fairly heavy crew. Oof. That looked like a particle cannon. So yeah, the Shadowhawk's gonna have to get in on these guys. They got some great long-range weaponry that I do not want to have to deal with. Alright, so you're all medium lasers, and let's see, we could just get right up on this guy. We're fast. I'm a little worried about going toe-to-toe with a mech that's not engaged with anything else. I suppose there's no reason for me to make a decision right now. I'm going to reserve, give myself a moment here to figure out exactly how much damage Panama's going to do, and then once we've done that, we'll make our decisions with him. So, we can get a clear shot on this guy. I think this thing's pretty tough. It's toughish. We can afford to sort of present it straight up. And partially, again, this is about drawing attention.
Roger that.
Put a big scary mech up front and try to get a right angle on the Griffin here. We can almost certainly finish that arm off without having to spend any resources. That'll get us some more morale, making it safer for us to use our abilities without losing Inspired. Yeah. These are good hit chances.
Firing at him.
Almost got the knockdown. It was very close.
Ready for orders.
So we could have Medusa run over to here and lay into him as well. I don't... Am I going to have... Yeah, okay. I'm doing this. We're falling back because I have a pretty good chance of hitting with the SRMs, and I think we can knock him over at the very least. Wow, he lost everything but his LRMs, but unfortunately, he's still big and can punch.
Roger.
Come on, enough unsteadiness? No! We did hit the head. That's cool, at least. Unfortunately, it's going to be tough for us to continue dealing damage to the head. So I can probably... Oh, man. If the Jaeger-Mech wasn't right here, I could just walk over to here. I guess I could jump jet. I'm just thinking... I'm trying to get to a place where I have a little bit of cover while we continue working this guy out. It would be really cool if I could get it so that he can't shoot. Guess I could jump forward? I think I'm better off breaking line of sight a little bit. And apparently... Oh, I was going to say, apparently the jump jet gives us full evasiveness, but it's because the evasive from the move was behind the amount of evasiveness I currently have. Alright, yes. There's an obstructed shot here. We can only take indirect fire from the other two. And I think we should be able to knock this guy over.
Roger that.
The SRM should be enough. Really? Okay, I was going to say, the bar's totally full. It's not going to knock him over? Just took a minute. Okay, so we incapacitated the pilot because we got a head hit and then a torso destruction and then the knockdown. So that guy is out of the fight. And we didn't even totally destroy his mech. Oof. Yeah, those are real hits.
Insides are getting beat up.
Well, that's not great.
Commander.
When you put it that way, it sounds really dire. So I think I'm going to have my Shadowhawk try to tie up their Vindicator, and the rest of our mechs are going to maybe go after that Shadowhawk. His weaponry is a little dangerous. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned. We don't know for sure that these are the only three. No, we totally do, because the mission objectives are spoiling that for us a little bit. Okay, so that being the case, I think I'm going to try to turn so that it's hard for them to establish a flank on me.
Copy that.
We're only at 64%, so I probably don't want to go for a called shot here. But I'm gonna lay into this guy with everything. So his small laser's there. If I mouse over the weapons, no, it does not. I have to mouse over the body parts to find out where stuff is. The LRMs are here. Okay, the right arm is what I really want to hit. But I obviously not going to be able to do that from this angle. Whatever, just let him have it. Man, I really like the significant quantity of SRMs. You better run. He's gonna turn around and shoot me in the face. He did not.
Good to go.
He's actually on the run. Can't get direct fire on this guy anywhere. Here we go.
Don't need to tell me twice.
I think we got direct unobstructed fire on the Shadowhawk. So this situation, now that we're hitting the Shadowhawk from one side, this is where we want to try to get the Jenner around behind him. Make him have to make some uncomfortable facing decisions.
All weapons are go!
It looks like a lot of hits to like left torso.
Copy.
How you doing? Okay, there are no weapons in that arm. But the AC-5 is probably the most dangerous thing he has. Do I want to try to get closer? I can't, unfortunately, can't move far enough to actually get a point of evasive here without losing my line of sight. Maybe this would be a good time to use Vigilance, then. It's going to take us underneath our inspiration threshold, but also... guarded is a pretty big deal in this situation. And it would increase her initiative to 3 for next turn, which means we might get lucky and have her go before the Shadowhawk does. Actually, I really like this. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, and then we're taking the shot.
Lock in target.
I think that structure exposer was left torso. It looked like a lot of those hits were to left torso.
Orders.
Okay, it was the arm. Left torso's actually in great shape. Alright, well... You know, drawing right up on it is probably not that dangerous, in the sense that it doesn't... I don't think it has... It has an SRM-2. That's the only weapon that I think will be more effective at this range than the range we're currently at. Although I guess the range we're currently at... no, he has a direct but unobstructed shot, because I have a direct shot on him. So yeah, let's jump. Let's jump to maximum evasiveness. I'm real nervous about that, actually. I really wish we could jump into the trees. Maybe what I do is jump to here, into these trees. I guess I could jump to here, and from here we're close enough that we could probably make a real threat on him next turn. But we need to not fire this turn anyway if I'm using the jump jets, because we're pushing heat real bad. Camera? Okay, the Shadowhawk's backing up. He does not want to get surrounded. Okay, that attack dealt 4 total damage.
Ready for orders.
I've certainly had worse. Seems like this thing doesn't want to be engaged with me at short range. Can't imagine why. And he turned his left arm toward me. Almost couldn't be better. We're going to run right up against the heat threshold, but I'm not getting an overheat warning, so I assume we'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and let him have it with everything. We're going to have to maybe lay off next turn, though.
Affirmative.
Come on, take that arm off. I don't think we're getting it. Oh. Injured the pilot, at least. Ouch. That was a little bit more serious. Shadowhawk's got a lot of armor on it, though.
Commander.
Let's go glitch first. So we can get unobstructed line of sight, but he is in cover. There's not a lot I can do about that. But yeah, I think I want to take this. I want to take this higher position. I don't think we're actually above him. I don't expect that we'll be getting a... Yeah, we're not getting a height bonus here, but we will be above the other guy if it comes to that. He's done a good job of hiding his crippled arm, but it also doesn't matter. That arm's not actually, like... I don't think he really cares if he loses that arm, honestly. Okay, we got some leg hits there.
Copy.
We're going to have to take it real easy with the weapons on this one. So, I'm not going to fire the lasers. That'll help. You can probably cut the AC-2s. Yeah, I think this is all we really need. That'll bleed a little bit of heat.
Affirmative.
Okay, actual structural damage there. Saw those orange numbers.
Commander.
Alright, so the Jenner can get up on this guy, be a real threat, be evasive, be in cover. And not firing the jets is good. This is good for us. So we're not going to be able to fire everything. In fact, we might have to go to just the SRM. He's taking some serious hits to the torso. I think I want to fire the one laser... I can fire 2 lasers and stay under. It would be really cool if we could get some torso damage here, because we could kill his missiles and his medium laser. We did 18 to the structure. His left torso has like 11 health. Yeah, these fast mechs, you're really reliant on your evasion charges. It's like, it seems super important to have a pilot that can actually generate all the evasion you need. Okay, so I'd like to hit him on his left if possible, but also I don't want to expose my back to the other Shadowhawk. Let's see here, you don't have any stability damage right now. Well, you know, hitting him in his right... Or no, his left is this side. What am I thinking? So yeah, hitting him in his left is more likely to cause some structural damage. Hitting him in the right, I guess, is slightly more likely to get that particle cannon off. We do 85 damage with a punch. Which is enough to take his arm off in a single hit. I don't really want to show this guy my back. How's our back armor? 30, 30, 40? Yeah, alright, I'm going to go for this and try to take the particle cannon off of this guy. He's low heat. He'll definitely fire it again if he still has it. Here's hoping. Fingers crossed.
On my way.
Camera's having a little bit of trouble. Oh, she managed to hit him in the left torso with that big punch from his right side. I guess it came in like a hook, you know, so... Okay, we got a little bit lucky there.
What can I do for you? On my way.
Move up here, try to get a little bit of attention. See if I can get people to not shoot the Jenner. This thing's getting pretty close to being out. But also, it's considerably less dangerous. The Shadowhawk is a real problem right now. Yeah, we could go pretty big on this thing and not actually hit our heat limit. We're so close. Alright, all we have to do is hit any of our weapons to the left torso. I guess it has to be more than one LRM missile.
Here we go.
On. Oh, yes! Awesome. Okay. All of a sudden the Shadowhawk is way less dangerous.
Reporting.
I think you're good right where you are? No, actually, you can't see him from here. Let's see. You have to be a little careful with your weapons, but I still think the Shadowhawk is, of the two of them, more dangerous. Turn on the AC2s. Yeah, the medium lasers can't hit from here anyway. Let's see if we can put this thing down.
Firing at him.
I mean, this attack won't kill it, obviously, but... Alright, nice. But now, with the Jenner, we might be able to just knock it over. It's looking pretty unstable. Let's go throw a punch. Yeah, we've started into the 5th bar. I think we can do this. And this'll let us burn a lot of heat off.
Time to get physical.
I guess you don't burn heat. That's not really how that works. That's unfortunate. Okay. Alright, 25 is fine. We can survive 25. Now, the Shadowhawk has enough heat capacity to just fire everything, which is maybe what we do. Our punch is still pretty impressive. But you have no stability damage. If I were to go for the punch, let's see. We can still take the arm off with one hit. That's still probably worth trying for. It's a pretty dangerous weapon. If I went for the point-blank attack... Let's see, we do... 70... Yeah, the point-blank attack is way more damage, provided most of it hits. But it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't even have to be that much of it with all the SRMs. So, like, let's say we go... here.
Moving to position.
Turn around and just dump the SRMs into this thing's back armor.
Giving him everything I've got.
We got some good structural damage out of that. You can't get quite close enough to stomp on this thing while it's down.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
But we can get a good called shot on the Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk hasn't acted yet, so it is actually the more dangerous target for the moment. I know it's not in a position to do a great amount of damage. So called shot to the center torso. We definitely turn off the AC2. We have to turn off a lot of stuff. And actually, that doesn't kill it. So his AC5 is gone. Where are his SRMs? The SRMs are installed in the head. And if we're only firing the large laser, we can't actually get a kill on the head or the center torso. We can make the center torso very messed up. We can't even... We are 1 point of damage away from being able to kill the left torso. Yeah, alright, let's just make the center torso as weak as possible. Interesting choice of targets there.
Me good. Commander.
So we can't get a direct... Yeah, we can get a direct unobstructed shot on that thing here. I think the Jenner's going to be able to finish off the Shadowhawk.
Confirmed.
So the rest of us can focus in here. Medium lasers don't have range, so yeah, just hit him with everything we can hit him with.
Lock in target.
Yeah.
We're so close. Yep, I think this is it. There's no sense going for the melee attack. I guess the melee attack would kill him if it hit the center, but we can't guarantee that it will. And this is a lot more damage spread over a lot more parts. If any of these weapons hit center torso, we're good, so...
Affirmative.
Alright.
Warriors, show them what you've got.
I think the Jenner proved its worth pretty well there. Hey now. Just walk clean through me.
What can I do for you?
It's a shame. I feel like this thing always gets its turn right when we have some stability damage built up on it. So you can put the medium laser into him too. Actually, we'll probably go for the LRMs, right? Fortunately, it does not seem to be possible for us to deal friendly fire damage. And again, we just hit you in the back. I guess I have a lot of heat built up. Maybe you'd be better off going for the punch. Just so as not to generate a whole lot of extra heat. At this point, 85 damage takes off the arm or kills the torso. Yeah, just go for the punch.
Locked on for physical attack.
Okay, this thing's a lot less dangerous than it once was. And I don't know that we need to move you at all. I think you got the shot, right? Yeah, alright, take it. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Having to fight real enemies instead of a bunch of trucks is certainly more dangerous. Nopian units have been eliminated, locals can start moving their people through the area, and we can get paid. So yeah, not too bad. We took some structural damage. There'll be some repairs to get done, but on the whole, pretty successful. And I don't think any of our pilots were actually injured. Pretty sure we didn't sustain any head hits or anything. I mean, I wonder how possible it is to get a pilot and a mech to the point where they can reasonably deal headshots. You know, I'm sure it'll never be like 95s to the head, but if we could get somebody to the point where a called shot to the head was like 30% or something, that would be a really viable strategy, I think. Okay, so yeah, the Jaeger mech sustained minor structural damage, no pilot injuries, yeah. Overall, very successful. And we're going to spend our XP before we end the episode, because I'm going to forget if I don't. So, we could pull parts for this Griffin to mount closer range weaponry than their one-end cousins, allowing them to jump in for closer attacks. I do kind of want to fit a larger mech with a like a punch support weapon kit and see if we can make a good like Shadowhawk-sized melee mech. You know, let's take the Griffin piece. I know we already have a piece of Shadowhawk, but I don't know that I want to run 2 Shadowhawks. Yeah, and this thing is fairly valuable. That's my call. Oh good, heat sinks. I mean, I'm fine with the AC5, I guess. Yeah, so we need to update our pilots, and we need to visit the store before we end things here. I think the idea of a punch mech is pretty good. So the support weapons that we've seen so far are like small lasers and machine guns. And machine guns are going to have a stability effect. So if we were to build a punch mech and put a bunch of machine guns on it, we might be able to generate knockdowns more consistently with it, which would be interesting. Basically, you know, it's sort of like the equivalent of a stun in a lot of games, that it doesn't prevent them from doing anything, I guess, but it makes them much less mobile. It's a sort of a crowd control. That might be an interesting idea. Like a 55-ton mech with some jump jets, lots of frontal armor, and support weapons. Alright, we're 17 days out from having that new mech bay. Bell might actually be back in action, like sometime in the next couple of videos. That would be cool. Let's go to the mech bay and queue up those structural repairs on the Jaeger mech. Yep, and we're going to move that to the front of the work queue, because we can have this thing back in action immediately, basically. and then take this same crew out on the next job. So we'll just advance timeline until it's finished. Let's hit the mech warriors, because this should be fairly straightforward. I think we kind of decided on roles for most people.
Standing by.
So you... Extra overheat threshold is not amazing, but I mean, it would be useful. I wonder if we should just go for more gunnery on her. Yeah, you know, weapon hit chance is awfully good.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Commander?
Alright, who else is out here? You were headed towards some tactics. Yeah, you know what? Sensor lock is actually pretty cool.
Mech warrior training complete.
Yeah.
Man, move after shooting is really interesting. Because think, if we did the thing where we reserve the fast mech until the end of the turn, we could move in, fire, then next turn fire and move out. We could take much more dangerous shots. So yeah, I think we're going to bank his XP toward getting Ace Pilot. I don't know if there's anything I could do with him that would increase his effectiveness as much as that.
Commander?
And then you are just, yeah, you're a gunner. We just need you to be able to shoot people.
Training complete.
Okay. So what else did I want to do? The store, that's right. So we have a 10% price increase here for being indifferent. Does that affect our... It doesn't affect our sell prices at all, it looks like. So we could sell some... Oh wow, we can't sell partially salvaged mechs. We need to put them together first. So we could just sell the Spider, which I don't think is a very good mech. If we needed to. We're not desperate. Yeah, for now I think we're just going to hold on to our weapons. Let's see if there's anything cool to buy. Do we have access to... Ooh. A better quality of weapons. Okay, yeah, so there are some manufacturer differences. It's the difference between... Okay, plus accuracy... An autocannon 5 that deals 10 extra stability damage. That's very interesting. So this is another thing we could do with a punch mech, right? Is we could give it a bunch of flamethrowers, and then it'll deal some stability damage and some actual damage on impact, and then just try to overheat the other mech so it can't fire on its next turn. That's another version of crowd control, I suppose. A PPC plus does 55 damage. Yeah, man. Ooh, 5 damage plus 25% crit chance. Yeah, alright, we're starting to see some new qualities of weapons here. How much is that? 33? SRM 6 with 2 extra damage per missile. We're buying this. We're buying that, I want it. 20 stability damage is considerable. And I mean, we're using autocannons, right? We're using AC5s already. This would just be a straight upgrade to somebody, a very easy to install upgrade. We can't just go buying everything. But I'm gonna buy us some weapons that have some improvements. I think this is actually really cool. Plus 2 accuracy is not bad either. I'm going to assume that what it means here by plus 2 accuracy is 2% chance to hit. Which is, yeah, it's still good. It's not huge, but it's still good. 209, man. They like immediately spend all of our pay. You know, we can hang out here and do jobs for a while, though. I'm gonna buy this too. Yep. So we actually have less money than we did when we showed up. But we're not in dire straits or anything on cash. I think we can afford to make some investments. So, real quick, what would it cost in terms of time for me to outfit our mechs with some of this stuff? So, like, the Centurion's got an AC5, right? No, sorry, not the Centurion. Yeah, we wouldn't install any of this stuff in you. The Jaeger mech has an AC5. So what if I... Yeah, hold on a second on this. What if I made this a refit instead? We go repair all, but also pull this AC5 and throw in this improved one. I think that's the only change we want to make here. How many days are we talking about? Yeah, okay. I'll sit and wait 4 days before the next mission. I think that's fine.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
So once again, let's jump that up to the top of the queue. Man, it's going to be nice to have that extra bay. All those extra tech points. So the other weapons that we bought, I don't think we want to make any of those changes yet, because we do want to get back out there and make some more money. But this is a nice cheap one we could make while we were repairing the mech anyway. So with that, I think we're gonna call it here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're still way into this, because I am still way into this. Come back next time. We're gonna make some money and maybe actually hold on to it for a change. And we'll see you then.